In the last video, we tested 10 winning products, and in this video, we're going to be comparing AliExpress with some of its alternatives to see which is the best platform to fulfill orders for one of those products. We're going to be comparing the price and the shipping times for sending them to your customers. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The reason AliExpress is so popular is because of its wide range of products for relatively cheap. However, it doesn't have the best reputation among dropshippers, especially the shipping times in some cases and the fact that the sellers are often Chinese dropshippers themselves. The question is, what is the truth? Is AliExpress really as bad as some people say? The platforms we're going to be comparing are AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, and Zendrop. But before we do that, I just want to congratulate the winners of the last giveaway from the last video, Nickstick2095 and Hemos. Please contact me by email. You'll find it on our website, link in the description below, with proof that it's your account, and we'll have that shipped off to you ASAP. Now we're going to use this electronic cupping device that we covered in the last video to compare the total delivery times, including processing times, and total prices, including product costs, to ship to the US, the UK, and Australia too. So if we concentrate on the US first, you can see that for $17.22, you can get the product from AliExpress to your customer in 11 to 18 days. If on the other hand you use Zendrop, then on average you're going to be able to get the product from China to the US in 12 days for $17.01. And if you use CJ Dropshipping, you'll get it to your customer within 6 to 14 days for $20.55. So it looks like CJ Dropshipping could potentially be the fastest, although not necessarily. And Zendrop is the cheapest, being marginally cheaper than even AliExpress. On to the UK, you can see that AliExpress is the most expensive option at £13.92, but delivers in 5 to 9 days, which is actually faster than CJ and Zendrop. The cheapest option is Zendrop at £12 for 10-day delivery on average. And if you look over at Australia, the fastest shipping time is via CJ, but could possibly be via Zendrop. It really depends on what CJ's average actually is. Whereas the seller on AliExpress offers 15 to 23 day shipping, which just seems a little bit too slow for what we want to do. Zendrop is the cheapest at $22.20 Australian dollars, and CJ is the most expensive at $36.99. So it's probably fair to say that if you're just starting out, AliExpress is actually a viable option in some cases for you to consider, at least when shipping from China, but you also have to consider all the different options you have out there, especially if you're looking to scale. Speaking of scaling though, if you're already getting consistent orders, there is one more option that you can consider when shipping from China, and that is using a private agent, which is what we kind of do with e-commerce companion. We do sourcing and fulfillment. And so I'm going to take you through what it would cost us to do the same thing as what we just went through for the other platform. So for the US, you can get the product to your customer in 4 to 10 days for $16.51, which is faster and 50 cents to $4 cheaper than the other alternatives. For the UK, it's 3 to 7 day shipping for £10.28, which is faster again, and £1.72 to £3.64 cheaper than the others. And finally, for Australia, you can get the product to your customers in 4 to 8 days for $23 Australian, which is actually $1.20 more expensive than Zendrop, but your customers will be getting the product up to a week earlier by using our faster line. And I should mention that we sometimes use cheaper lines that are slightly slower ourselves, if that's what our clients prefer. Anyway, hopefully that gives you a good perspective on the different AliExpress alternatives. It's always good to shop around, like I said, because in some cases AliExpress can be better than other alternative platforms, but in other cases it can be way, way worse.